Alright, what's going on, guys? So if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that now it's been 2 months already. 2 months ago, I was in Belize, and while I was in Belize, I broke the tip off of my travel rod. So I went and I got a new one. So this is going to be the Daiwa Presso Travel. It's another 4-piece. This is the 5'6" ultralight. I've heard a lot of really good things about the non-travel Daiwa Presso, and this is a rod I wanted to pick up for a while now. I just never really had a reason, but now since that last rod broke, figured I'd pick it up. So the first thing I really like about this is it's a soft case, but it's got like some reinforced plastic in it or something. It's pretty durable. Like, you can't really bend it. The last travel rod I had, that case was also soft, but it wasn't reinforced with anything, so it wasn't hard. It was really easy to bend, so it didn't really protect it too well. The top here is pretty bendy and flexible, but it's also very sturdy here at the base. So that's what I really like about it. But let's go ahead, let's open it up and let's take a look at it. Here's what the inside looks like, in case you're wondering. It's got these Velcro straps to hold the pieces in place. Let's pull these out. Let's put this rod together here, and then I'll show it to you again. We'll get to fishing. This is the bottom part. Very nice color scheme. There's one thing I don't like about this rod, and this is completely personal taste. I think the handle is a little too busy. I love that it has cork here. I love the cork handle. I think this part here, I wish they made this either just like pure silver or just cork or something. I think there's too many like contrasting things. You got the cork, you got the silver, you got this like black finish here. I think it's a little much, but that's just personal taste. There's your Daiwa logo. I do like the black and orange color scheme, and I think the reel is, the reel seat here is very nice. Should be pretty comfortable to hold. And we got our little Presso logo there. Let's get the second piece on here, like so. Let's get the other two pieces out. I did put this together at home. It's not my first time actually looking at this. But what I was going to say about this is, it's going to be hard to see here, but the tip section's a little stiff. And this is a 5'6" ultralight, but it does take a pretty good amount of force here to bend that tip, which is basically the complete opposite of the last rod I had. The travel St. Croix Triumph travel rod was very wimpy at the tip, and since I'm using this as kind of more like a multi-species rod, not necessarily a true ultralight rod, like I use my travel rods in the ocean when I'm fishing some salt water when I'm traveling as well, I think the stiffer tip is actually going to be a bonus here. But if you're looking for just something that has a super soft tip, something a little bit more noodly, this is not going to be the rod for you. But yeah, I think it's a very beautiful rod, except for, like I mentioned, this part here, but that's completely my preference. So let's get a reel on this thing. Let's rig it up. Let's fish it over here on this lake today, and we'll see if we can get a couple panfish on the new Daiwa Presso travel rod. Alright, so it is a real hot one out here today. Let's just take a closer look at the lure here. Really like the color pattern. Like I said, don't really like the reel handle aesthetic, but it is a very standard reel seat, and this extra cork here is really nice. Just cork feels pretty good on the hand. And let's go over the specs real quick. So like I said, this is the 5'6" 4-piece ultralight fast, rated for between 1/32 ounce and 1/4 ounce, and rated for between 1 and 6 pound line. So we're going to be fishing a 1/32 ounce jig head with a little Euro tackle and a Subterra soft plastic. Got some 6-pound mono here, and this is a 2500 size Daiwa Legalis. A little on the bigger side. Usually for my ultralight stuff, I'll probably fish like a 2000 size, but that's just the one I grabbed today as I was leaving the house. So let's fish it, and let's see how this performs when we get some fish on it. Got him. I saw this guy hit. I think it's going to be a largemouth if I saw correctly. But there's all this algae here. There we go. Let's take a look at this guy. First fish on the new Presso. Alrighty, so first fish on the new Presso is this fairly small little largemouth. Didn't get to fight it for too long, but I was impressed. One, it felt pretty good. I felt the vibrations really well. But number two, it also really had no problem bringing that fish in through all this thicker cover. So it is a little bit on the stronger side than like a true ultralight. But I'm not really too upset about that. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep fishing. Oh, got him. This is going to be a mine cichlid, unfortunately. Well, I'll be able to test out the rod a little bit here, but I'd rather catch like the bluegills or even the largemouths. Don't really like catching these non-natives. Alrighty, let's get him up here. Alrighty, so second fish of the day. First mine, these guys usually put up a great fight. This guy's not massive, but he still pulled a little bit of drag, and the rod actually put up pretty well. I wasn't overpowered, but I wasn't underpowered with this guy. So like I mentioned, I think it is a little bit stronger, not thicker, I was gonna say thicker, a little bit stronger powered than like a lot of the true ultralights, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, let's get this guy back, let's keep fishing. Oh, what is that? That thing hit right on the drop. Oh, that's a nice bluegill. Let's get him on in here. Nice fish. Alrighty, beautiful looking, nice adult male bluegill. This is what we're going after. Let's get the lure out. This guy hit right on the drop as soon as it hit the water almost. He tried to pull, but like I said, with 6-pound test, a 2500 style reel, or a size reel I should say, and the little bit stronger Daiwa Presso 4-inch travel rod, even though he's fighting, he's not really putting up much of a fight there. But yeah, let's keep going. Got him. That's a nice one, I think. All right, not necessarily a nice one. Good largemouth though. About the size of the first. This guy's putting up a little bit more of a fight. Let's kind of muscle him on in here. There we go. Alrighty, second largemouth of the day. A lot of the stuff I said before, I just kind of got to reiterate because it's like the same thing. It is on a smaller largemouth, but it is somewhat big for like an ultralight style setup. And even though he put up a little bit more of a fight, I was still able to kind of muscle this guy in here pretty effortlessly. So if you're going for like some true ultralight fishing, I think this rod might be a little bit too heavy, but it's not bad. We'll talk about it more at the end. Well, let's keep going. We'll try to get another couple fish here. Got him. It's another nice sized bluegill. And again, I mean, he's trying to fight, he's trying to pull. He just can't. All right, so it's not a huge bluegill, but it is a nice adult sized bluegill. And a little bit of this has to do with the 2500 size reel and the 6-pound test. That's also a little heavy, but a little bit of it is also the rod. It's a very stiff rod, but still, it's an okay way to fish for these bluegills. But if you really want to fight some fish, you got to go with something a little bit lighter. Let's fish for a little bit more. Maybe let's try to get one more here. Got him. What is this? Another bluegill? Yep, about the same size as that last one. And we could get him in here nice and quick. All right, so we got ourselves another nice adult copper-nosed bluegill. Again, got him in pretty quickly here. But still, you can feel it pretty well in the rod. It's just, he's not really able to pull all that much. But yeah, let's get him back. And now let's go ahead and let's wrap it up. I think I tested this thing enough today. We caught enough fish on it. All right, guys, so that's going to do it. First time fishing the Daiwa Presso 5-foot ultralight 4-piece travel rod, and I really like it. The handle here is really comfortable to hold. For me, not aesthetically pleasing, like I said, but that doesn't really matter that much when you're fishing. So very comfortable to hold. A lot of cork, nice and soft, fits really well in the hand. And these threads here are pretty well covered up. There's still some exposed, but they're pretty well covered up, so there's not too many grinding into your palm, which is one thing I usually hate about reel seats. And then it's a pretty strong rod. A lot of travel rods are going to be pretty strong to begin with, just because the 4-piece connection makes it a little bit stronger than like a 1-piece or even a 2-piece. But still not too bad. If you really want to fight the fish really well and you want to enjoy the battle, this is probably not the rod for that. But then again, when it comes to travel rods, you can't be all that picky. And I think this is going to be a great rod for when I am traveling, because I don't necessarily only fish for panfish when I'm traveling. I think I mentioned it in the intro, but I use my ultralight travel rod a lot when I'm fishing some salt water when I travel. So off of rocks, docks, piers, that sort of thing. And in the salt water, the stronger, heavier, thicker, stiffer rod will definitely come in handy when I'm fighting even some small like 12-inch groupers or snappers or something like that. Those guys on this thing would put up a pretty good fight in my opinion. And I think I used a little bit too big of a reel here. Probably should have used like a 2000 size, but whatever. Some people like to fish a 2500 size for ultralight, and this is still balanced fairly well. Like literally the center of gravity is almost right where you're holding it. So I mean, this size reel for this rod is probably pretty good. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm glad I picked this up. Definitely enjoyed fishing it. Caught some nice looking bluegills today, which was kind of the secondary goal. First goal was to try this out, but any day you can catch some nice looking bluegill is a good day in my books. So hope you guys liked it. Hope you liked the Daiwa Presso. Let me know if you have any questions on it, and I will see you guys next time.